Hi everyone, here we are on the way to LA. Little Joshy's sleeping as we leave Panama City there. We had a stopover in Panama on the way to LA from Brazil. So we flew Copa Airlines, wouldn't recommend. Yeah, it was no in-flight entertainment and the seats hardly went back at all. So yeah, it was not a great flight. But yeah, here we are flying to LA and look at those clouds. I was just looking out the window thinking, wow, how beautiful they look, like cotton candy, fairy floss. They're just so pretty. And then coming back through the clouds, it just looked really amazing. Like you're in the heavens, wings above the heavens and above LA. So beautiful. So here we coming into LA airport and just landing and all excited because we've got 5 days here. Wish it was more. Would have loved to stay more time in LA. We had a great time. Absolutely loved it. So the first thing we did was we rented a car. Totally recommend it. Made life a lot easier and really easy. Then we went to In-N-Out Burger because the boys really wanted to go. So it was just burgers and fries and refillable drinks. And so they got to have like root beer and Dr. Pepper and the drinks, cherry cola stuff that we don't really have much back home. And then we were staying in Manhattan Beach, so we thought we'd just drive around the neighborhoods to have a look what the houses are like and the streets and everything. So really, really pretty. There wasn't a lot of big buildings, Brazil style. Like in Brazil, you're there and you get heaps of massive buildings, apartments everywhere. Here was just big houses, just like a suburb. It didn't look too different to Australia. And then we went down to the main area, the town, I guess, the centre, downtown, not sure what you call it. But yeah, all the beautiful palm trees, love that, those palm trees, and lots of restaurants. And this is Manhattan Beach near the pier. So a really pretty coastal city in California, which is not very far from the airport at all. And there's a lot of surfing here and it's a really beautiful walk. So just walking down, admiring the houses. Look how close to the pavement, the sidewalk they are. Feel like you're just about on the road. But yeah, lots of 2-story houses, 3-story houses, big houses without much backyards though. And look at that street. So pretty. The little gardens and the view. Imagine the view. So this is called the Strand and these houses back right onto the beach. So gosh, imagine just looking at that every day. So there's lots of people exercising. Yeah, just lots of people walking around enjoying it. Wasn't that warm when we were here? It's probably low 20s. So it was about 7 at night. So not tons of people out and about. But look how wide those beaches are. And all the rubbish bins in the middle of the beach. Beaches are really clean. And the volleyball nets and people walking on the beach. Just wide, clean beaches. Look at all those volleyball nets. There was even people going out to surf at say 7:30 at night, so that's good. And the big palm trees and yeah, really, really, really pretty. It must be so nice to just live there and have that as a view all the time. So then we went for a walk on this pier. This pier was built in 1920 and is one of the oldest concrete piers in the West Coast, I think I was reading. And then there's this little town around it with restaurants and shops and yeah, it was pretty pumping. There was quite a few bars as well, people out for a drink, because I think we went on a Friday night. So yeah, it was really nice. Really, really pretty. And this is at the end of the pier and it has an aquarium in it, apparently. We didn't see it because we were there in the evening. So we just had a walk around and looking at the sand and look at all those houses. Huge houses backing onto the beach. There's no road in between the houses and the beach, just the strand, I think it's called. So people walking along and exercise, and yeah, really beautiful place to be. And then we went for a walk in that little centre part of Manhattan Beach and look at all the shops. Look how pretty the trees are. It was just really, really nice at night. Josie with the hat that he ended up losing in Disneyland. And after that, we went to find a supermarket to get some food. And we found this one, Vons. It was a small little supermarket. This was the next day at the hotel. So we had a breakfast at the hotel, which was like waffles and the muffin things and coffee. And yeah, it was very interesting. It was very fun. I don't know what this was, but think it was sweet. So yeah, that was fun. And then I put in the washing machine. Yeah, I was really excited to have a washing machine after a week without one. So if you're traveling, you know what I mean. The next day we went to Anaheim. So we went through the Manhattan Beach Pier again, and we're going to Anaheim, and then we're going to stop off in Venice Beach and Santa Monica. So yeah, we're just driving around looking at all the houses again and just showing you what the houses in Manhattan Beach look like. Very, very, very pretty. And I just love the palm trees. Look at all the trees. So pretty. And look at the roads, big, big roads and beautiful trees and nice houses. And driving there it's much easier than Brazil. Brazil is a bit crazy driving there. There's people everywhere, so many cars. Cars are usually pretty small in Brazil and zippy and fast. So, and you got your cars, you got your motorbikes, you got people crossing the road. You've got, where we were in Guarujá, you got stray dogs that just run across the road and bicycles everywhere. So many bicycles. So here there didn't seem to be that many people anywhere on the road or walking. In Brazil, people walking everywhere on the side of the road. Here seems to be everyone in their cars. There's so many Teslas. Teslas everywhere. We just couldn't believe the amount of Teslas and the charging stations, and it was really cool. Really enjoyed it. So then we were driving here, and look how pretty that is with all the beautiful palm trees. Palm trees just give me the LA feel. They just are LA. See me in all the videos, those beautiful long skinny palm trees and the beautiful blue skies, and yeah, it's just so pretty. So the massive beach, and look how nice this road is, and great roads too. So driving along, all excited to get to Venice Beach, and here's the cars and some traffic, and just looking at all the sights. So excited to be traveling. So here we decided to spend a couple hours in Venice Beach. This is an interesting place. It's a big, beautiful beach, and all these shops alongside it, and all these kind of exercise areas. So look how wide the beach is. My gosh, it's just huge, and really nice sand too. So this was just where we parked, and then we started walking along, and this was, I'm not exactly sure what it is. I thought it could be pickleball because it's kind of like a smaller tennis, but yeah, so I thought it was pickleball, but it looked like it was paddleball on the bats, or the rackets looked a bit bigger than pickleball, so I'm not sure if it was or not, but it didn't say pickleball, it said something else. So there were lots of people playing that, and there's a very famous gym coming up, Muscle Gym, a gym where Arnold Schwarzenegger used to train at quite often. There were people skating, people rollerblading, people running, people riding their bikes. Oh, here's the gym here. So it was quite cool to go and have a look at the people working outside. What a beautiful view and place to get your workout in. Just gorgeous. And all the fit people walking past really would inspire you to get out there and do some exercise. So then there's a massive beach and basketball courts and skate park here, and look at that, it's just so gorgeous. So here we are just walking along looking at all the sights, and then you can see behind us all the shops, so lots of food and clothes and knickknacks, and that's Josh pretending to have a little fight with Buzz Lightyear. He was loving that. And then look at these shops that we saw. Very interesting, and some nice smells coming out of there as well. Oh yeah, look at the palm trees, those long skinny palm trees. I just love them. The LA feel total. So just looking around here as we walked along at the beautiful beach and all the different types of shops and the people. And there's some fire trucks that went past. It's always, everything's exciting in another country, isn't it? Just different fire trucks, and I'm like, oh, look at that. So I want to keep these memories forever, because yeah, it's so fun to look back on your trips. And even looking at the older videos, we realise how much we already forgotten. So happy to have these videos to keep these memories alive. So yeah, just walking along, and this is what we see in videos a lot, or the outside of the buildings, or the fire stairways, or whatever it's called. But I remember seeing that quite a lot in movies, and we don't really have that back home. So yeah, that was just so cool. So yeah, walking along some more, and there were people cutting up fresh fruit there to eat. And then here's a look at all the shops and mannequin and all the different t-shirts and all the cheeky sayings that were on the t-shirts there. the boys thought were hilarious, some of the things that they were eating. Oh, the butts everywhere. Coming from Brazil, we're used to seeing butts everywhere. So after that, we headed to Santa Monica Pier. We didn't hang out in Santa Monica. Look at that carousel, really cool. We didn't hang out in the town part or the city part. We just went onto the pier. So the pier's got some rides, it's got shops, it's got restaurants, and it's got some entertainment on the other side, like people dancing and talking and doing magic shows. So there was a lot happening here, and there was a lot of people too. So yeah, it was fun to have a look. They were having an opera concert there. They were putting together a space to have opera. They had LA Opera on it, so that would be interesting to see what it was. And here we're looking at some of the shops and the beach nearby, and then just wandering along and seeing what's there. So it's just fun just to look at the people and the places of the tourists. It's really cool. I've seen it in a few movies too. So I think myself was saying that was in Forrest Gump maybe. So here is the rides, the little amusement park that's on the pier. So we're just walking along and having a look at all the sights and being interested. And the kids really like this guy doing the robot dance here. So he didn't seem too enthusiastic. But yeah, that robot style of dancing is really cool to see. So just wandering around, looking at the beach and the beautiful views, and there's some houses that were right on the beach. So imagine that being in your backyard and just waking up and seeing that every day. Might be a bit busy and noisy, but it'd be pretty cool. So yeah, here's the car park, was right on the sand. Thought that was pretty interesting. And then the houses behind, and looks like some hotels and resorts behind that. So it must be really, really busy on a nice day. But look how wide the beaches are. Look at all the bins too in the middle of the beach. So very interesting. Then we went and we got some hot dogs for lunch because the kids were saying, oh, we're in America, we want to try the hot dogs. So got some of them. And Joel was showing you all the mustard he put on that. He was having fun putting mustard. And here's Marcelo with talking to his father on the phone and showing him where we were, because his father isn't too well, so that was cheering him up. And yeah, just walking along the Santa Monica Pier and looking at how huge this beach is. Look at the size of the beach. It is massive. Look at the Ghostbusters car too, driving along. There's the Ghostbusters car. So all these cool things to look at. Well, so fun. After that, we decided to go to Anaheim. We went in the carpool lane, seen that on TV a lot, so that was pretty fun. And then we saw this sign. This was like a full-on statue of this guy, like a mannequin just standing up there. It looked so weird. It looked just kind of lifelike, so it's too funny. And then we got excited. Look, Disney Way. Look where we're going. The next day, we're going to one of the Disneyland parks. So everyone's super excited. And then this is where we stayed, in the Peacock Suites. So really cool. So 2 queen-size beds and a pull-out bed. So there's enough room for all of us. So the kids are pretty happy. Joshy running around there. Yeah, this is all we dumped all our stuff, and the kids jumped all over the beds. So don't mind the mess, because yeah, 5 people in a small apartment. Stuff just gets dumped everywhere. So look at them, they just jumped all over everything. Thanks, kids. Oh, there he goes again. Then we went to have a look around where we're going to stay. And this was a heated pool and 2 spas. So boys were very excited because they love to hop in the spa and have a swim. Joel especially loves to be diving in the pool and running around and playing with all the other kids. So we're staying about, I think it was probably a 20-minute walk from Disneyland, or there was a bus that leaves from out the front that you could get. That went every 20 minutes or so that you had to pay for, but you could come back and forth from Disneyland as much as you want from that bus. And here's the front of the hotel. So just looking around the front and all the pretty trees and how nice it looks, and the lights especially, how nice it looks at night. And at that stage, kind of wondering how far we were from Disneyland. And then we turn around and look at these huge cars. My gosh, look at Marcelo standing next to it. How massive is that car? The cars in America are really, really, really huge. So, and just looking at them going, my gosh, what do you need a big car for that? Like that for? Like, what do you do with it? And then we heard that Target here has food and stuff, so we went to check out Target, see how different it is from back home. And it was massive. Look at the size. We used pretty big supermarkets from Brazil, but yeah, this was on that kind of scale. So all the fruit and veg that you could buy. So you could do a weekly shop here, and you could buy clothes. There's a pharmacy as well, so you can get lots of stuff done that you need to here. So it was just fun looking around, looking at all the different cereals. The boys love to look at all the cereals they see on the shows and YouTube, and trying all the different stuff that we don't have back home. So it was also September, so Halloween was starting. So they had fun looking at all the costumes and what you could buy for your home there, and wanted to get dressed up in some of the costumes, have a bit of fun. That cracks me up. So went to have a look what they were doing, and look who's behind the desk serving everyone. Halloween, it's so fun. And then we saw the Disneyland fireworks from the car park in Target. Just seems like a different world just hanging out here. It was a nice warm night too, so it was nice to stand out in the car park and watch some fireworks. But yeah, in the next few videos, we'll be going to the Disneyland parks, and we're all excited. Look at all the people going. So just to give you a sneak preview of what's going to happen in the next few videos. So stay tuned, and yeah, Disneyland fun in the next few videos.